Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Great having you guys here. I think about you a lot all the time. I'm serious, all right? My channel, we had about 45 subscribers. I remember this very clear before I've done that State of the Collection 2022 video, sort of around Christmas last year. This channel had 50 people, 45 people to be exact, right? And now we have over 600 of passionate individual that love watches, that love the brand, love iconic designs, love the beauty of some of the best Seiko and wristwatches that especially in the affordable segment that is made in the history of time. Especially over the last few years, those watches have become very collectible. Of course, I'm very fortunate and very lucky to have some of them in my collection, but now we have over 600 people, 600 souls, passionate hobbyists, just like myself, Seikoholic, Seiko Pass, you call it. But we have a big community now. So I never let my mind sort of rest. I kept thinking about what things I can talk about to just not to waste your time. I really want to help you guys. And I want to help myself because a lot of problems and things that I've been through, I think if I can explain them clearly and if I can articulate them well, it will help people. It will help you. It will help many subscribers and people that come across this video. So I want to talk about that topic now, and especially I've been thinking about this topic today on the way back from school drop off, and that is everything. Everything is going to change. Everything is going to change. Of course, I'm going to try to focus on the watch collection and the topic of watches, but of course, this is as we see, right? Anything live, anything that we touch, it's everything is mixed with our emotions, our life, and the world, and the way that we see ourselves, and the way that we see the thing is going to evolve. I think it's extremely important to talk about it because myself, I get stuck with my collection. And I talk to my lovely subscribers locally, internationally. We are great people. I'm telling you guys, we full of love. We love what we're collecting. And we're very proud of them. But I can see and I can tell and I heard stories and I'm interacting with you all, right? The things that got you guys stuck, and they're little things. They're little trivia things in the watch collection hobby that seems to be a drag, right? And I think I need to address that. It feels like I have a responsibility to talk about it. At least not to wasting too much of your time. I'm going to try to squeeze this in the next 35 to 6 minutes. I'm going to talk about things the way I look at it and how we need to avoid it, of getting stuck with our collection on trivia little things, and how to look at things as everything's going to change, so it's going to be alright. Right? I'm talking about myself. As you guys see, I've got those. I'm loving those watches, right? I picked them up, of course, throughout my collection journey of the last 3 years. We've got this beautiful SARB. I'm just going to go through them quickly. The SARB 33. I've got the 62 Mass, SPB 147. Hopefully the lighting condition is good enough today. It's a beautiful day out there anyway. Highly collectible 1982 7548. 5 jewel quartz movements, the granddad of the SKX. The last Alpinist before the Alpinist line gets incorporated to the price spec line. The SARB 017 discontinued, and of course the legendary SKX 009 Pepsi. Such a cracking watch, seriously. And lastly, to finish off, just with my bunch of here, is the Arnie reissue, of course, with the metal bracelet and the metal shroud. The model number SNJ 025. You might ask, what's on my wrist? My favorite watch. One of my favorite watch. Look at the Daylum, guys. The Yellowfin Tuna SRP 639. Now, the reason why I list those two watches is because I think there are things and characters and stories to be told, and I think it's going to help you. Right? So let's get back to the topic. Everything's going to change. Look, guys, I know I only talk about Seikos now, but I love Seikos, but that means I will never buy another brand Does it mean I will always say no to a Citizen watch, to a Casio watch, to a Swiss made watch from from Tissot to Longines to Oris? All right. Again, I'm talking about a relatively affordable segment of the Swiss, all the way. Of course, we can up a little bit, right? Am I gonna say no to a Tudor? Am I gonna say no to an Omega? I'm gonna say no to Rolex? No, right? I'm not gonna say no to them. I like them all. I mean, as long as the watches are made with integrity when it comes to designs, history, stories, and specs, with honorable manufacturing standards, then that watch needs to be celebrated. So I'm not gonna say no to the idea. I'm not gonna buy another brand. I will. So I don't tend to think about that, right? Yeah, it's honest what I'm having my subscribers and include myself get stuck in those little things, For example, the Sarb is discontinued. Those two, the Straight 3017, the Alpinist, they're discontinued. SKX discontinued. The words are out there. The 025 is going to be discontinued. The 7508, if you love it, you should get it. It's very hard to come by. So what I'm trying to say is this, right? If you're buying right now in 2023, again, which I believe, in my eyes, over the last 5 years, 3-4 years of me paying attention to what's on the market, from a used market, secondary watch market perspective, this is the best year to buy, guys. This is seriously the best year to buy watches. All you gotta decide is what you desire. All you gotta decide is what needs to be in your watch box. And all you gotta do is go out and hunt. eBay, Facebook Marketplace, eBay auctions, eBay Buy It Now, watchcharts.com. Look it up, hunt, because there are sellers selling them at a very reasonable cost. Of course, you want to pick the right seller. So buy them. Don't worry about you're gonna overpay, $50, $80, $100. Don't worry about it. Those, $100. I don't know what you do in your profession, but I'm not saying $100 is nothing, but $100 of additional cost compared to the joy, to the experience, to the satisfaction of having the one that you want in your heart, and you're actually buying it and having your collection and wearing it with pride. $100 is nothing. No disrespect for that $100, but overpaying couple $100 on affordable segment is nothing, guys. All you gotta decide is that you actually want that watch. And listen to me. I talk to my clients. Again, this is the professional on me, right? I talk to my people all the time. It is the best thing you can do is overspend on the things you want and the right things in your life. The worst thing you can spend is spend all your time and energy knuckling down, saving. $100 here, $100 there. You thought you saved money, but you bought the wrong thing. Yeah, you're short-sighted. And that same thing applies to watches. Don't think about prices. Let me just say this to you guys, okay? Decide what you want. Go hunt. Find a good seller and buy it. Don't even worry about price. In the long term, price don't even matter. Seriously. Each one out there, from 3347, I'm going to try to say this. Just on this topic of buying with the prices increase, whatever, right? I can wholeheartedly, with my hands on the heart, from the Saabs, the 62 Mazda's version of the Cappuccino without the 3 o'clock lume, to the SKX. This watch was actually traded from with a local hobbyist, with my Zellos back in the days. The 7508, of course, the baby tuna, the yellowfin included. Every single of those watches, I bought them, I paid for it, but I bought the watch how to say this? I decided the watch in my heart. That is the watch that I'm going to buy before I actually go hunt them. So without the ideas of having a specific watch, I'm not going to have them, because you'll be distracted into other watches. You'll be distracted into other things. You'll be, you'll be swinged by micro brands, by the things that other people talked about. Then you're not listening to the inner self. Decide what you buy. Buy what you want before you even see the watch. All right. Again, I think every one of them is going to be legend. Like, we have legends here already, right? I'm telling you guys, this Arnie is so on the Reddit, right? I've never heard of original, but knowing they have successfully launched this reissue of the Black Dial, pretty much very similar on this old spirit of the Arnies back in the 80s. This will be a legend. If you guys can snatch it up, if you don't have it, go get it. I really don't want to say anything else about it. I mean, every single of those watches are legends. Did I overpay for those watches? Again, I'll just be honest with you, right? I paid $300 for this. I'm talking about US here. I traded my Zelos, which cost about 450 on this. I traded. I lost money on that, right? I paid about 350 on this. This one I paid about $650. I paid about $100 on the bracelet alone. I paid about this was around that sort of the time that just after this. I paid about 400 for this, and this one I paid 750. So did I overpay them? Surely I did. Surely I did. All right, for those 6 watches here, I paid about 320 for this, right? So if you put in those 7 watches together, I probably overpaid. I don't know. If I sell them all today, I lose a couple $100, $400. So what? It don't matter, because they are here for a reason. We have a relationship with our pieces. We're getting enjoying them, and that's why we're doing what we do. Otherwise, you'll be trading and buying stocks on the stock market and just have fun there. You lose a couple hundred a day. You do a day trade, you make money out of it. That's your thing on a different topic, right? But we buying those pieces because we love them, not because we want to make money out of it, right? It would be sensible. It would be sensible to do the right research. So you buy the watches that can have a good value retention, but don't expect them to buy $1,000 or $2,000 on those 6 watches, and somehow they're gonna magically turn to $5,000 within a couple of years. It's not gonna happen. Stop thinking about that, right? Even people buying. Every time when you think about watches going up in prices, I'm just telling you all this. Except Rolexes, none, zero. You can correct me if I'm wrong. If it's not zero, the percentage will pretty close to zero. There are 0 watches out there increasing value. Done. Because they're not supposed to, right? From a demand and supply perspective, they can manufacture watches all day long, unless you have a brand like Rolex and can create demand excessively. You're not gonna have watches that are going up in prices, right? It's just pure simple mathematics. Of course, Rolex is on its going on its own. Of course, you talk about brand that's higher than Rolex, AP, Patek, different stories. I don't want to get into that, right? I don't really know those brands, to be honest. I just know they are what they are. But with the affordable segments, if you guys into Tissot, into Oris, don't be magically thinking you're buying them to make money. Find what you love and buy what you want. Okay. Now, what else I'm going to talk about, right? Everything's going to change. I mean, everything is going to change. The prices will change. Your flavor of watches will change. Your desire will change. Stop stressing about thinking, you just want to stick with the SKXs here. Oh, they're supposed to be the best affordable back in the days. I'm not going to spend a cent more on that. And you know what? Somehow part of your mind, you won't get a SPB 62 Max, and you go, oh, they're too much more expensive now. They're up in price. I'm not gonna buy that. It makes no sense. But you like the design, like the story. Stop thinking, just get one. Give it a go. Give it a crack. Oh, I mean, the things can happen the other way around, right? People like me that got in the hobby last couple of years, I actually bought this first, right? I love this, right? I bought this about $750. Again, I bought this about half of that price. And I go, this is such a lovely watch, right? I mean, if this is seriously, guys, I've seen this watch on the used market about $650, and this $320. So this only costs double of that. But from a spec perspective, from quality, manufacturing, polishing, coating, movements, overall aesthetics, the overall quality, I mean, there's no comparison. SKX is nowhere near what the 62 Max is. But am I going to say no to the idea of actually buying SKX? No. Because again, your collection strategy is getting some of the spirit, getting some of the old iconic watches, and you can enjoy them all and have the experience, the journey with it. Right? So go get it, guys. You just got to look at the simplest you can, right? Oh, you love the Alpinist, right? All you can find is the new SPB line under the Prospect. There was the Cyclops. They're making a lot of different versions of it. They all look very elegant, very pretty. Of course, you still have the green dial, you have the black dial, you have the white dial, you have the anthracite dial, whatever dial that is, right? They have limited condition, but you want an original. You want the Sharp 017, right? And they cost $1,000 now, right? It's hard to find one, and there are fixed ones out there. It's extremely hard to come by with some mint condition, and when you do come by, you're gonna spend close to $1,000. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit on that idea of not buying it? No. Again, if your heart says on it, if you want to get a history of it, knowing that you actually had it in your journey, spend the money, guys. Don't think. Because you're always going to have that money back. Because you're working. Because you're still producing income for you and your family. Don't be so stressed about those things, guys, okay? And again, I have subscribers that come back to me saying, Felix, look, I'm just having a problem picking up the one that I want, right? I love the automatic, but I love the quartz, but the quartz is not automatic. Which was, hey guys, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why not just having both of them? I mean, that's a dumb question. The question actually asking yourself, should I choose automatic, solar quartz, or should I choose a quartz? The answer should be pretty straightforward. You should choose them all. Because the reason why you ask which one should you choose, because there's a valid reason behind each of them. Don't disrespect saying, oh, I only love automatics, right? There's no credit for quartz. They don't carry the mechanical spirit. That is just tons of BS, okay? If you're a watchmaker, you will look at these things differently. So everything's gonna change. Don't be so stressed about, focus and getting a tunnel vision is a great thing. A lot of success has to be built on a focus on the details, making sure you get things right. But guys, don't be too serious about this. Knowing what your heart desires, and you're just gonna flow with it. Everything's gonna change. Those watches buying and selling. Should I buy this? Should I sell that? Oh, I have to get one in, one out. That is all BS, guys. Seriously. As long, of course, you don't want to overspend. Of course, right? You got to be accountable for the money that you have, right? I mean, you don't want to dump all the food money and grocery money to watches. But again, if your budget can allow, don't have that BS of one in, one out. I mean, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having the watches you want? You tell me one reason. What is wrong with having the watches you want in the collection? You can wear them, you can experience them. There's nothing wrong with it. So don't ever fixate your vision on a watch collection journey because you heard that from someone else. Don't do that. I've done it before, right? I'm just telling you its experiences. Don't listen to anyone else's, but the voices in your heart. And everything's going to change. The other YouTube subscriber, the other YouTube channel is going to change. They're going to change. The people that are looking at those watches, they will look at different watches. The people that are buying Swiss watches probably come back to buy Seikos, maybe buy some Grand Seikos, maybe buy some LCOAs. The point is, everyone else is going to change. I mean, you are going to change, right? I mean, God, using a very inappropriate example of it, right? I mean, I've got a beautiful view here, right? I mean, that tree is going to change. The landscape is going to change. I mean, if you go ask a scientist, how long is the sun going to last? So they will say the sun has been there for, I don't know, 3-4 billion years, and maybe will keep existing based on their, calculation and theory. Maybe the sun will be, another 5 years before the sun collapses. Of course, we're not going to get anywhere near them, not to mention, humankind as a race. So knowing everything will change, everything can change, everything must change, that idea will lighten up your life. Don't overthink. There's no point overthinking. Of course, act responsibly, but always come back to your heart and checking with your heart what you like to buy, what designs would you like, what purpose of each piece is in your collection, are you going to wear them? As long as those questions are crystal clear, that you build emotional, neurological relationship with each piece, then you know what? Again, I be checking out Jeff. Gosh, I forgot his name. Jack McMahon himself, Jack McMahon, right? He's a subscriber. Of course, he's been there for a long time. Jeff has done many videos for many years. He's one of the very early ones, right? Random Rob knows him. Bruce Willis done a joint watch reviews with Jeff McMahon. But he talks about the struggling that he has. I feel sorry for that guy, man. He's a good man. But why would you have struggling with your watches? I don't understand. I seriously don't understand. I mean, he's admitted the strategy and the problem that he has. He's now, down to 4 collections, 4 watches, all Seikos, right? But don't fight over yourself. There's no point. Knowing the whole world is going to end, knowing your life only lasts so long, that's going to lighten up your strategy when you think about what to buy, what to buy, what to sell, what not to sell, what to keep, what not to keep. Just go it. Give it a crack. Don't overthink. Sizes. Wear it all. 38mm, fantastic. 40mm, fantastic. 42mm, fantastic. 44mm, fantastic. 47mm, they're all brilliant. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't let big fight the small. Don't let automatic fight the cores. So don't let the cores fight automatic. Don't let the brand fight each other. Don't let your money fight each other. Everything gotta exist in harmony. There's nothing wrong with them. All of them are created by watchmakers that has an inspirational thing in their mind they want to bring into fruition, and you gotta celebrate that, guys. As easy as that. All right, guys. So if knowing everything's gonna change, hopefully that's gonna lighten up your day. No matter what you do, don't take it too seriously with your life. Act responsibly, knowing what you want in your heart, and just settle it. Go hunt for it. Okay, guys. Now, with that out of the way, no doubt. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. Have a great weekend coming up, and I hope you guys well. Talk to you real soon. See you guys. Bye.